Podcast Answer Man number 23. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Podcast Answer Man with the popping peas. I need to get myself a good professional pop filter, and I have some really inexpensive ones I bought a while back, but I'm definitely in the need of a good professional quality that's lightweight that will go on this microphone boom arm. It's kind of crazy to have. I think I spent about $328 for this broadcast quality microphone, and I don't have a decent pop filter for it. So what's up with that? Hey, I have some exciting news to share with you regarding the Podcast Answer Man podcast. This thing has, well, let's just say it's been out. I've been doing the Podcast Answer Man for several months, going back, I don't know, quite some time. I didn't go through the archive, but I would say maybe even almost 6, 7, 8 months. And here we are on Podcast Answer Man number 23. Well, I'm here to announce, you've already know that I'm getting ready to go into this thing full time, and I'm working myself to try to have that all in effect and in place by January 1st. And one of the things that I'm extremely passionate about, if you haven't noticed already, is podcasting and new media. That's one of the major things that really drives me. And I'm going to start coming here more on a regular basis, almost daily. And the more frequent that I do a podcast, the shorter the individual podcasts will be. So don't worry about that. Now, occasionally I'll still do a full-length interview and some full-length topics. And of course, we're going to have the live show, I think, on the weekends. Let me take a look and find out what that schedule is over at gspn.tv. Did I say my name is Cliff Ravenscraft? I can't remember. Oh, my gosh. Let's see here. Podcast Answer Man every Sunday evening at 7 p.m. So you can come and ask all your questions and everything at 7 o'clock on Sundays on TalkShoe.com. There's an easy link to follow. If you just go to gspn.tv and look at the schedule, click on Podcast Answer Man, you'll find us. But I'm going to come to you with like a almost daily kind of tip or trick or hint or answer to a question, some kind of insight into podcasting, maybe the news of the day. So it's going to be like the daily podcasting tips, and I'm sure I'll broaden it to include new media and web delivery and all the other things and tools that are out there. So just do me a favor and tell all your podcasting friends about the Podcast Answer Man. So that's enough of that. I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about what I'm going to talk about today. And that is one of my favorite things to tell people to do, and as far as how to promote your show. Okay, how to promote your show. There are a ton of tips, and I'm going to share with you my favorite, and that is online forums. Online forums is my favorite way by far to promote your show. And how you do that is you take your topic, your passion. For example, for the Podcast Answer Man. Now, one of the things that I'm going to have a hard time doing is practicing what I preach, because these things don't just happen overnight, especially if you do it right. And basically what I would do is for the Podcast Answer Man, it would make sense for me to go out there and look on the web and do a Google search for podcast forum. And I'm certain that there'll probably be thousands of podcasting forums where a bunch of podcasters are congregating together to talk about podcasting. Now, that seems to me to be exactly the type of audience that I might want to gain for this show, and the exact type of audience that would definitely benefit from the information that I would provide here on a daily basis. So, how do you go about going into a forum? Let me tell you. And why do you go to a forum? Forums have been around way before podcasting. Forums have been around for years now. And a forum it's like an online software program where people can come in, log into the forum, and post a message. And then later that day, or even immediately after, somebody can come in, or even several days later, they can come in, read what you wrote, and reply to it. And then the next time you go, that update's there along with everybody else's. And it's like an online, ongoing conversation where, unlike in instant messaging, you don't have to be there at the same time. It's like time-shifted conversations, if you will. So these online forums, one of the things that you don't want to do not sign up for a forum. Do not go into, I should never consider going for this podcast. Go over to Podcast 411, over to their forum, and sign up, register, wait for my approval to get to me in the email, then go in and sign and say, hey, everybody, my name's Cliff Ravenscraft, and I've been podcasting for 2 years, and I'm starting, to really ramp up my podcasting and going into it full time. Please come check out the Podcast Answer Man. I'll be doing podcasting tips every single day. I think you'll really enjoy it. Come check it out. And then leave. That, you know what that is? That's just annoying. It's annoying. It's spam. It is just, I mean, shameless self-promotion is not a bad thing, okay? It's okay to promote what you're doing, but don't go about it in a very untactful way. What you want to do is, and here's my tip, okay? I need to go over to the Podcast 411. I'm already registered there, I need to get back in there. And one of the things that I should do is I should get myself a nice little graphic made up, maybe 50 pixels high and 300 pixels long. Very small, takes up very little space. And it needs to just have maybe the logo of the Podcast Answer Man, and it just needs to say daily podcasting tips at the Podcast Answer Man, gspn.com or gspn.tv. And then what I can do is I can use the forum to kind of use the code in whatever code they need to take that image, put it in my signature, and then also make that image a link to the Podcast Answer Man. Now, what I do is I make that my signature, so that's there every single message. I don't have to type anything and say, hey, come check me out. But what do you need to do? This is going to be totally ineffective unless you interact and you invest in the community on that forum. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to interact and invest in the community in that forum. So, I mean, and again, this doesn't work if it's something you're not passionate about. And if you don't have the desire or drive to promote your show in this way, that's cool. But if it's because you don't have the passion to have that discussion with those people, well, then I wonder if you should be podcasting about what you're podcasting about. So for me, podcasting, I should go into 411 and read some of the threads that are going on, and I should try to help answer some questions for some people who are new into podcasting, and I should look in there and see if there are podcasters out there asking tough questions that there's not yet answers for, and say, wow, that's a great question. I hadn't thought about that. And just really interacting in the community that's there in that forum. And the more you interact with those folks, the more you are investing in a relationship with those folks, the more people will say, hey, who is this Cliff guy? He's really bringing value to what we're doing here. And of course, every time in that signature, they're going to see that. And then, once you've made a presence, once you've made once you've introduced yourself thoroughly, then it becomes to the point where it's okay to say, hey guys, I've been here for, a couple weeks now, and I've been interacting with you guys. I hope you don't mind. I would really like to just, excuse me. I would just really like to promote that I have a daily podcasting tip site for podcasting, a daily podcasting podcast that I don't edit. I should. I will after I get at. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. A lot of people don't like the edited. They like the live unedited, the life unscripted version of these. So anyway, that's my tip. And I think I could elaborate on it more, but I think you really get the point. Go out there today, find 2 forums that are out there that are related to the passion for which you, and the topic for which you're passionate about, for which you are podcasting about. I guarantee you there's no less than 10 or 15 forums devoted just to what you are podcasting about. And sign up for that forum, and start interacting immediately with them. Even if you don't have your banner yet, and you don't have to have a graphical banner in your signature. I could just put Cliff J. Ravenscraft, executive producer of the Podcast Answer Man podcast. Oh, hey guys, this is Cliff Ravenscraft. I already had this thing completely 100% tagged and ready to upload. In fact, it's already uploaded to the net, and I just realized that I had forgotten to tell you the most important thing of all. You can start out promoting your podcast to other podcasters. Oh my gosh. At the forum over at gspn.tv/forum. Just go to gspn.tv/forum and promote your show there. There's a section for it. Matter of fact, just go to gspn.tv, click on the link for Podcast Answer Man, and there'll be a link to the Podcast Answer Man section of the GSPN forum. And there's a place for you to promote your show. It says podcast produced by gspn.tv community members. And if you listen to this, you're a part of the community. God bless. Bye-bye.
This program is a production of the Generally Speaking Podcast Network. You'll find this and other podcasts on our website at gspn.tv. gspn.tv. Thanks for listening.
This show is brought to you by TalkShoe.
Create your own internet talk show. Check it out at talkshoe.com.